Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will go into details about product management, and this lecture is based on the lecture note of K.M. Yasifkai Shikdar, Assistant Professor, Department of Pharmaceutical Technology, University of Dhaka. At first, what is a product? A product is anything that can be offered to market for attention, acquisition, use, consumption that might satisfy a want or need. Then what are the dimensions of a product? There are 4 dimensions of a product. They are core product, tangible product, augmented product, and promised product. Then we will go into details about these dimensions. What exactly is core product? Core product, or the core of the product, is what the consumer really wants from the product. It is not the product itself, not the concrete structure, but it is what the product can bring about. Then comes tangible products. It is the concrete structure or concrete form of the product. It is the product itself, the appearance, the quality, and the functionality. The 3 factors that can be included in the tangible product, that is appearance, quality, and functionality. Appearance, quality, and functionality. Then comes augmented product. The product plus accompanying services, what the product offer to the customers, and their service and maintenance, obviously the product itself also, and along with the product, the services and maintenance, then warranties and return policies and buying environment. These are the augmented product. Then ultimately the promised product. It is the status the product will bestow. There, the dependability and trade-in value. Any aspect of the product that helps bring about the core product. Then what are the classifications of product? There are convenience goods, shopping goods, and specialty goods. What are the goals and objectives of product management? To design product strategies, to spot market opportunities, and to develop strategies for each stage of product life cycle, and to generate new product ideas. Then comes the steps in managing products. What are the steps we have to follow during managing a particular product? The first step is develop product objectives. At first, we have to develop the objectives of the product for individual products or sometimes for product lines and mixes. Then comes design a product strategy. Ultimately, make tactical product decisions, their product branding and packaging and labeling designs. Now, come to this point, quality, it is itself a product objective, and I think this is the major objective of a product. Product quality is the overall ability of a product to satisfy customer expectations, and the customer needs this quality. There are different dimensions of product quality. There, the durability, the reliability, and precision, ease of use, then product safety and aesthetic pleasure. These are different dimensions or representation of product quality. The durability, reliability, precision, ease of use, product safety, and aesthetic pleasure. Then what is product life cycle? The different stages when a product is put into the market, and we will represent the product life cycle in a graph, and in the graph x-axis we will put the time, and along the y-axis we will put sales and profits. During the introduction stage, no profits because the company is recovering R&D cost. We know that to develop a product, a large sum of money has to be invested, and so during introduction stage, the return of the investment is obtained. During growth phase, the profit increases and reaches its peak. And during the maturity stage, the sales reach its peak and the profit margins become narrow and narrower. Ultimately, the declining phase. In this phase, the market shrinks, sales fall, and the profit also falls. And we have to look into the product life cycle so that during this time, within this time, we have to make the maximum output of the product or maximum profit from the product. Then we will go into details about the different phases of product life cycle. At first, introduction of a product into the market. Full-scale launch of new product into the marketplace at first. Then, during this time, sales are low because the product is not familiar or well spread yet. There is little competition as there is no other competitors during the introduction of this product. And ultimately, for the time being, newer and newer competitors will copy this product and there will be increasing competition. Then limited distribution, then high marketing and product cost. In the beginning, there will be high marketing and product cost. Obviously, this is a very important MCQ for your test exam. That is high marketing and product cost during the introduction of the product into the market. Then there is two strategy by which we can promote our product and we can make it widespread into the market. That is pull strategy and push strategy. What is pull strategy? Pull strategy is we have to pull the consumers towards us by promoting the product and by spreading the awareness and stimulate primary demand, by which we are pulling the consumers towards us, towards the product. That is pull strategy. And then push strategy. It is rigorous strategy. That is intensive personal selling to retailers and wholesalers. That is push strategy. Then comes the growth phase. In this phase, sales grow at an increasing rate after rigorous promotion, the pull and push strategy. The sales grow at an increasing rate. Then many competitors enter market. In this stage, in this growth phase, many competitors enter the market. And there is a huge amount of competition. Then large companies may acquire small pioneering firms. Obviously, the large companies may acquire the small firms, the pioneering firms that has introduced the product. Then promotion emphasizes brand advertising and comparative ads. Obviously, that is pull strategy. We are pulling the customers towards our product. Then that is widespread distribution. That is push strategy. Ultimately, toward end of growth phase, prices fall. Sales volume creates economies of scale. Then comes maturity stage. Sales continue to increase, but at a decreasing rate. Marketplace is approaching saturation. Then in which stage marketplace is approaching saturation? That is maturity stage. Typified by annual models of product with an emphasis on style rather than function. Then product lines are widened and extended. Then it may be also a very important MCQ topic that in which stage product lines are widened and extended. This is maturity stage. Then marginal competitors drop out. In this phase, there are some marginal competitors who may drop out from the market. And also heavy promotions, sales promotion. This is push strategy. To extend the maturity stage, we may adopt some heavy promotions and sales promotion. That is pushing strategy. Then prices and profits fall. Ultimately, production moves to lower cost location. Then comes the declining phase. It is signaled by a long run drop in sales. The rate of decline is governed by how rapidly customers' taste change or how rapidly substitute products are adopted. falling demand forces many out of market and few specialty firms left. The time that take between the declining phase and the introduction phase, it is rigorously governed by how rapidly the consumer taste changes. So to extend the product life cycle, we must follow the trend and the consumer taste. We have to adapt ourselves according to the consumer change of tastes, and the substituted product may be introduced. Substitute products may be introduced, and by this strategy, we may extend the product life cycle. Now, the marketing mix. It is very important, and we can relate this marketing mix with the product life cycle and also with the marketing objectives. So before relating the marketing mix with the marketing objective and product life cycle, at first we have to know what is marketing mix. Marketing mix are some controllable variables that are 4 P's. The number 1 P is product, then price, then promotion, then place. What are the 4 variables? The product, price, promotion, and place. These are the marketing mix. Marketing mix during product life cycle. The product life cycle explains how features change over the life of a product. The product life cycle explains how features changes over the life of a product. Obviously, the marketing strategies must change and evolve as a product moves through the PLC. Obviously, to extend the PLC, we have to change, bring some changes and evolve as the product moves through the PLC. Then this slide is very important for the upcoming exam. How stages of the product life cycle relate to a firm's marketing objectives as well as marketing mix actions. At first, we have to locate the product life cycle in this graph. What are the product life cycle? Introduction, growth, maturity, and decline phase. These are the product life cycle criteria, components. And then these components can be related to the firm's marketing objectives. What are the marketing objectives? At first, we have to gain awareness, then stress and differentiation of the product to the whole market, and maintaining brand loyalty, and ultimately harvesting or deletion if needed. These are the marketing objectives, and we will relate the marketing objectives with the product life cycle, and also these marketing objectives are related to the marketing mix, the competition, product, price, promotion, place. At first, when we introduce a product in the market, we have to gain awareness among the whole consumer society, and then the competition is few. And if we stress and differentiate the product, it is in the growth phase, then the competition grows more and more. And then in the maturity phase, the loyalty, maintain a brand loyalty. It is during this time, the competition is many, and during harvesting and deletion, in the declining phase, the competition is reduced. Then product, at first 1, then more versions, then full product line, then bestsellers. Ultimately, the bestseller will stay in the market. And then the price. At first, we have to skimming or penetrate into the market by some discounts, and by skimming, that is, we may keep some high prices. By this strategy, we will introduce into the market. We will introduce the product into the market. Then during the growth phase, the price is gain market share and deal. In this time, we will gain market share and deal. Then we defend. In this stage, in this maturity stage, we will defend the market share and profit. Ultimately, our goal or our objective is to stay profitable. Then the promotion. At first, we have to inform and educate the people about the product by promotion, advertisement, and there are lots of promotion strategies to inform the consumers about our product. Then stress competitive differences into the growth phase. And then reminder oriented. In this phase, our promotion will be reminder oriented, and ultimately the promotion will be minimized. There will be minimal promotion. And then the last one is place or distribution. At first, the distribution is limited, and then there will be more outlets and maximum outlets in the maturity phase, and ultimately there are fewer outlets. Now, we will categorize the consumers. We will categorize the consumers according to their buying time with the product life cycle. The first one are the innovators, and the innovators make up only 2.5% of the whole consumers. The innovators make up only 2.5% of the total consumers. Who are the innovators? The innovators are venturesome. They are highly educated about the product, not other aspects. They use multiple information as sources, and by this process, they are the first consumers or buyers of the product. Then will come early adopters. They make up 13.5% of the whole consumers or the whole buyers, whole market. They are early adopters. And what are the features of the early adopters? They are leaders in social setting. They know a lot about this product. They are slightly above average education. Then comes the majority of the buyers or consumers. They are early majority. They are deliberate, many informal social contacts. And then late majority, they make up the 34% of the whole consumers. They're late majority. And what are their characteristics? They're skeptical. They're below average social status, and they will buy the product when it grows into the maturity level. Then the laggards. They're always laggards. They will buy the product when the product is in the declining phase. And they are the what are the characteristics? They fear of debt. Then neighbors and friends are information sources. And these are the 5 categories and profiles of product adopters. Then comes, what is brand? What is the definition of brand? Brand is a name or a term or a sign or a symbol or a design or a combination of them intended to identify the goods and services of one seller or group of sellers and to differentiate them from those of competition. This is the definition according to American Marketing Association, AMA. Sometimes when we hear a name, we can guess the brand. When we hear a term, when we see a sign or symbol or a design, for example, Mercedes or Rolls-Royce, they use some symbols or design. And according to the name, that is Nike, Puma, or Pfizer, they are the name term. Okay, and these are the symbols of a brand. And these symbols, name, term, design, and combination of them, they are intended to identify the goods and services. When we hear the name Mercedes, we can imagine this product is a car or a carrier. Okay, and they are used to differentiate them from the other competitors. What are the brand elements? Brand elements, different components of a brand that identify and differentiate it, are brand elements. Now, brands versus products. A product is anything we can offer to a market for attention, acquisition, use, or consumption that might satisfy a need or want. Maybe a physical good, a service, a retail outlet, a person, an organization, a place, or even an idea. All these things can be products. Okay. Now, importance of brands to consumers. It needs no telling that brands plays a very important role to identify these product to the consumers. At first, identification of the source of the product, then assignment of responsibility to product maker, and risk reducer. Obviously, the brand value may reduce the risk, and then search cost reducer, then promise. A brand is a promise, a bond or pact with product maker. They are the symbolic device and signal of quality. These are the importance of brands to the consumers. Importance of brands to firms. To firms, brands represent enormously valuable pieces of legal property, capable of influencing consumer behaviors, being bought and sold, and providing the security of sustained future revenues. These are the importance of brand values. Identification to simplify handling or tracing, legally protecting unique features, signal of quality level, endowing products with unique associations, the source of competitive advantage and source of financial returns. They are the importance of brands to a firm. Repeating again, identification to simplify handling or tracing, legally protecting unique features, signal of quality level, endowing products with unique associations, and source of competitive advantage and source of financial returns. Then what is branded? That may be physical goods, services, retailers and distributors, online products and services. All of these can be branded, and people and organizations, sports, arts, or even entertainment, geographic locations. For example, the different locations of the world plays a very important role in the marketing. Okay, they themselves are branded, and ideas and causes. Ideas can also be branded. The brand equity concept. It is a very important concept, the brand equity. No common viewpoint on how it should be conceptualized and measured. It stresses the importance of brand role in marketing strategies. Brand equity is defined in terms of the marketing effects uniquely attributable to the brand. Again, brand equity is defined in terms of the marketing effects uniquely attributable to the brand. Brand equity relates to the fact that different outcomes result in the marketing of a product or service because of its brand name, as compared to if the same product or service did not have that name. That is the brand equity. Brand equity relates to the fact that different outcomes result in the marketing of a product. The outcomes may be different. If the brand value is high, the outcome will obviously be high. The consumers will buy that product that has higher brand equity. Or service because of its brand name, as compared to if the same product or service did not have that name. Then strategic brand management process. What are the steps to manage the strategic brand management? The first step is identify and establish brand position and values. The key concepts are mental maps, comparative frame of reference, points of parity, and points of difference, core brand values, and brand mantra. These are the key concepts of identifying and establishing brand positioning and values. Then comes plan and implement brand marketing programs, mixing and matching of brand elements, and integrating brand marketing activities, then leveraging of secondary association. Then the third step is measure and interpret brand performance. We have to measure and interpret the brand performances. And the key concepts are brand value chain and brand audits. Obviously, the auditing is very important. We have to audit the brand to measure and interpret the brand performances, and brand tracking and brand equity management system. Ultimately, grow and sustain brand equity. And the key concepts are brand product matrix, brand portfolios and hierarchies, brand expansion strategies, and brand reinforcement and revitalization. These are the strategic brand management processes. Repeating again, the identify and establish brand positioning and values, plan and implement brand marketing programs, measure and interpret brand performance, and grow and sustain brand equity. And that's all. Thank you so much for staying with us till the last. Hope you found it useful. Stay tuned, and like always, thank you